Welcome back. As I mentioned in the introductory video, or even in the video after that, solving any of these thermodynamics problems require little to no memorization, as most of the generic equations will be provided to you. All you have to do is merely apply the terms into that equation, and that's pretty much there is to it, okay? At least at this level. As you go higher in chemistry courses, thermodynamics can become overwhelming, but at this level, it's very, very, very simple. All right, with that said, this is another way of looking at enthalpy. Now, the question reads, a considerable amount of heat is required for the decomposition of aluminum oxide. Now, this is kind of very similar to that rust iron demonstration I did in class with iron oxide, the welding. It's kind of the same thing, although it's not exactly the same reaction, but it's very much along the line. But you see that, well, we didn't decompose iron. We didn't decompose iron oxide. We made iron oxide. Okay, so here's the decomposition, and the overall energy, which is delta H, is given to you. It's positive, so it's tell you this reaction is endothermic. But that's not what the question is asking you. I'm just summarizing that there. How much heat is produced if 4.5 grams of aluminum is produced? All right, so here's where the grams to mole comes. Now, if you keep in mind, this is per mole of all of these, okay? Now, we need to know how many of that is aluminum in terms of moles, then we can figure out with respect to just aluminum. This value right here is for the entire reaction, per mole of the entire reaction, but not per mole of each one of these, right? So if I had produced 4.5 grams of aluminum, which I believe 4.5 grams of aluminum, and we have to convert aluminum to moles, so aluminum, I believe, is 27 grams over 1 mole. So you got, all you have to do is convert the grams to moles, which is 4.5 over 27 is about 0.16 moles. Okay. Now, as I said, 1 mole, okay, corresponds to 3352 kilojoules. All right. What about 0.16 moles? How much does that correspond to? This is the same as saying 20 candies cost $1. How much does 1 candy cost? It's the same thing, and you say 1 over 20. That's in dollar, right? It's the same analogy that we're going to do here. So it's basically 3352 times 0.16. So it'll be 536.3. That's the answer. Keep in mind, the trick here is, again, you have to remember, convert grams to moles, right? And 1 mole always corresponds to this value. Remember, kilojoules is per mole. So for every mole, this is for the entire reaction, assuming this whole thing is 1 mole. This is for the entire reaction. But we're asking what would have been just with respect to aluminum, then you just say 536.3 kilojoules of energy is what is produced with respect to just this. All right. Well, that's pretty much all is there to this problem. I'll see you with another video.